Thank you, Katie. Thank you. Okay. Hello, everyone. Howdy.
Yo. Oh, Shirija, what does it mean by howdy?
It means hello in Texan way.
Wow, we're so Texan today. Look at our hat.
All right, so let's take a tour of Texas.
So travel Texas is actually a fun place. So if you want to travel in Texas, we have some tips and places recommended to you. So the first place we introduce you is Arlington. So this is just a 1 hour drive from our campus. It's a really fun place. So you can see 6 flags over Texas here. This is a attraction featuring drive-thrus and restaurant and lots of entertainment things here. So many UT Dallas students find this place a really fun place. Hey, should I just you like through rides?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so this is the place for you. So we also, in Arlington, we also have AT&T Stadium. Formerly it's called Cowboy Stadium. So you can see many like sports concerts in this stadium. And also in Arlington, something you need to know is Texas Rangers. This is a professional baseball team based in Arlington. So we also have a really fun place in Texas. This is called Austin. Austin is the capital of Texas. So when you go to Austin, you will see the Texas State Capitol, which is the places for so many governors. Also, you will need to know something like sport team about Austin. It's the Texas Longhorns football team. So Texas Longhorn is actually a breed of cattle in Texas, but Texas Longhorns football team is a famous football team in Texas, in University of Texas in Austin. So if you go to Austin, you will see fun places such as Graffiti Park at Castle Hills. There you can see so many talented people drawing graffiti over there. So the graffiti change over like from day to day. So when you go there today, you will see different graffiti tomorrow. So this is a really great fun places. So if you go to Austin, if you want to see enjoy a peaceful afternoon, you can also have Moses Coffee along Colorado River. This is a really great place for you to relax. Also, San Antonio! Woohoo! Hey, Shirija, have you been to San Antonio?
No. Take me to it.
Yeah, sure. I will take you there. So if you go to San Antonio, I will definitely take you to Riverwalk. So Riverwalk is a really beautiful place in San Antonio. There is a river along the city, and you can take the boat along the river, and then you can see lots of attractions along the river. You can see tall buildings and beautiful places, coffee shops and bars. It's a really beautiful place.
Let's plan it over summer.
Yeah, cool. So also, one sport team featured based in San Antonio is the San Antonio Spurs. So this is a place based in San Antonio. It's a basketball team, and I know many of you are basketball team fans. So you would definitely enjoy some competition here if you want to see that. So one of the places I want to also mention in San Antonio is Natural Bridge Cabins. So this is a really beautiful and commercial largest cabins in Texas, and it also located around the San Antonio. So it's really beautiful natural places if you want to go. Okay, so after we introduce you some places around Dallas, so now we will tell you something about Dallas. So you can see in the map Richardson, Addison, Plano. It's a place really close to our campus. So Oak Cliff and Deep Ellum and West End is the places like near the downtown. So if you want to travel to Texas using transportation, DART is your first option. So it's totally free for UT students. How can you get that? Like you can apply your DART pass online at utdallas.edu/DART, and once you register for classes, you're able to apply for DART pass, so that you don't need to pay for the DART fee, but you can travel Texas places like free. So the DART route is along downtown Dallas, Fort Worth, Irving, and Carrollton, Atchison, and so many places. So if you want, you can take DART and like go around all the places if you want.
Do you want to know this stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so
wow, Texas have all really mesmerized here.
Yeah, mine too. Okay, so now you've visited all the places in Texas. Let's see Dallas now. This is a place where we have our college. And in Dallas, you can always go to the Billy Bob Stockyards Championship Rodeo, downtown Dallas, and Water Gardens. So if you can see the picture of water and the green building, it's downtown Dallas. The first place I visited in Dallas was downtown. So you should visit this, and you can always take the DART and go there, which is free. And yeah, the Stockyards Championship Rodeo and the Water Gardens are really beautiful. And we have the Botanic Gardens and Arboretum in downtown Dallas. Let me introduce one more place in Dallas, which is Dallas Museum of Art. So if we have people who are very interested in art, this is the place for them. It's free, and then there are late night shows at Dallas Museum of Art, and the museum stays open till midnight. There are many performers, concerts, readings, film screenings, tours, and more at Dallas Museum of Art. This is my favorite. Have you ever been to Clyde Warden Park?
Oh, not yet.
Okay, let me tell you about it.
Okay.
It's free. So the first very important thing over here is free. Mm-hmm. And then we can always go there and play board games, books, table tennis, read books, then play table tennis, mini golf, or croquet.
Wow. I really want to enjoy it with you.
And then there are group fitness classes, and the park is so beautiful. It's, so if you can see, there is a top view of this garden, and then there are so it's beautiful basically. And then there are live music shows and food trucks over there. We can go and munch over there.
Wow.
Shisha, what was the activity that you enjoyed the most at Clyde Warren Park?
So I went with my friends and we did group fitness dance over there. We did a trial version.
That's awesome. I also have gone, and they have dancing in the evenings. So if you enjoy dance, go to Clyde Warren Park.
Wow.
It's the middle of the downtown. It's very beautiful. Oh yeah, there's August Dollar Days at the Dallas Arboretum. So if you are planning to come in fall, you can go to August Dollar Days at the Dallas Arboretum. There are beautiful flowers and many different types of flowers and colors. And the whole garden is made of different shapes and sizes, and there are shows over there. So you'll definitely enjoy it, and it's just $1. And the whole field is 66 acres, that is 60 soccer fields. It's very huge. You need to go in the morning, and it will take the whole day for you to see the arboretum. And then there are sporting events at Dallas. So we have Texas Rangers Student Days. We have Dallas Cowboys Party Pass, which is $25 for standing room. Then you should always check out some minor league teams. We have Bluff Riders and Sidekicks.
And if you want to learn about American sports, Texas Rangers and the Dallas Cowboys football team are some really good ways that you can learn a little bit about culture here in the United States.
And I'm also the fan of sports, so we'll definitely go there.
Go Cowboys!
Woohoo!
And the best part, it's the Comet Center discounted tickets. So we have a Comet Center here at UTD. You take your Comet card to the Comet Center and ask for tickets of Six Flags Over Texas or the Mavericks. So Six Flags Over Texas is a big park which Hayur introduced at the beginning. It is in Arlington, and the park is very beautiful. It has awesome rides, and you can always take your friends, go in groups to Arlington and then go to Six Flags. So all of these tickets are discounted at UT Dallas. You get movie tickets at a very cheap rate and at discounted rates.
Ooh, after I introduce you so many places, you will definitely have fun. So also, we also want to introduce you some festival in Texas. So if you're free, you can go with your friends and enjoy it together. So one of the festival I want to introduce you is St. Patrick's Parade. So I remember in St. Patrick's Day, I have the potluck with my friends, which we celebrated kind of in a Chinese way. But actually, we can have more fun in an American way. So that is St. Patrick's Parade. So this is totally free, and it takes place in mid-March, and it's along the Granville Avenue. If you see the pictures, you can see so many parade floats, marching, bands, dances, and it was like people like crazy and excited. You would definitely enjoy it. So go with your friends, and you will see this is like beautiful places. So another festival is the Comet Art Festival. It's also free, and it also happened in May the 7th and 8th. So it's in Cottonwood Park, and like the park will invite so many people, like from nation's top artists and local musicians, and there was over 240 artists up there. They will play music, they will have show their artwork to you. Those are masterpieces. If you want to learn some art and improve your art sense, so artistic sense, so you can go there and try it. It's really great festival.
It is a lot of fun, and you can even buy some of the art there. So if you need something to decorate your apartment when you're here in Dallas, you can go to the Cottonwood Art Festival.
Thank you.
And we have Plano Balloon Festival, which is my favorite. It happens in September 23rd to 25th, and the date changes a little bit every year. And it happens at the Oak Point Park, which is very near. It's Spring Creek Parkway. It's a festival where we have huge hot balloons, skydivers, car show, fireworks. So you can see in the picture there are many different types of balloons, and it's just $5.
Nice place to go. The festival to go.
And this is the best one. It's the State Fair of Texas. So everything over here is in the Texan way, and it's in the month of September to October. So you can always, if you're planning to come in fall or in summer, you can go to State Fair of Texas and enjoy everything in the Texan way. And you can see there's wheels and food.
Fried chicken.
Everything at the Texas State Fair is fried. So they have a contest for the craziest fried food, like fried Oreo cookies or fried olives. They even have fried bubble gum.
Oh my God.
It is fun to try and sample. And if you're here in the fall, the International Center always takes a trip to the State Fair of Texas, so you can join us and travel to the State Fair.
Woohoo! And then we have special discounts during the middle of the week, so you can always have discounted tickets. And yeah, you can check some websites for details. Alright, so thank you for joining us.
Alright, well I'm going to come back on camera and can I get in, guys? This is one of the seats. hard to get it. Okay. I'm going to turn on the chat function, and so this is a time when you can ask questions. So Shitija and Hayun are happy to answer your questions, and we are joined by 2 members of the Indian Student Association who also know a lot about Texas because they have been here, and they can answer your questions as well, and maybe give an idea of their favorite place in Texas. Okay, so if you have questions, you can type your questions in the chat box down in the left corner of your screen, and we are happy to answer them. And maybe my 2 members of the ISA, the Indian Student Association, they can introduce themselves, and why don't you guys tell us what is your favorite thing in Texas? Come around here.
Hello everyone, I'm Hitesh Somani, Joint Secretary of Indian Student Association at UT Dallas.
Hey y'all, I'm Keshav. I'm even the Joint Secretary of Indian Students Association. Hello everyone, how's it going? Okay.
What are your favorite places in Texas, guys?
So my favorite place is Houston, because Houston has something which I like a lot, and from my childhood I wanted to visit a space center, and Houston has a space center which as I really imagined to visit from my childhood, and they have lot they have a rock from moon. So you can, which you can actually go and even maybe hold. I think they said that you can touch it, so maybe you can hold the rock in your hand. So it would be a great thing, and I don't think we will get something like this anywhere in the world. So and there is something another program that they have called as Level 9 program, where you can go and see the back scenes of all the space and maybe meet with an astronaut. So and then apart from this, they have a livestock festival which is a 19-day long event, and which is awesome. Really guys.
Yes, Houston is another city in Texas, and they are the home to NASA, which is the United States' space program. And so like he pointed out, you can go and you can visit and take a tour, see space shuttles. It's really awesome. What's your favorite part?
I personally feel Texas is the best place to take a road trip. I went for a road trip this spring from Dallas to South Padre. So it was an amazing place, like totally class apart. On the way, I visited San Antonio, Austin, San Antonio, and Corpus Christi in the way. If you like ships and World War, if you like World War history, you can go to the Blue Ghost, USS Lexington. It's in Corpus Christi. Now the ship plays as a museum. It's a great place. And again, if you like party, if you like fun, you like beaches, South Padre is the place, guys.
Yeah. Something that a lot of people don't know or don't think about is that Texas borders the Gulf of Mexico. And so there's some great beaches in South Texas, like he mentioned, and a place called South Padre Island, where a lot of people love to go for spring break or summer break, because you can get a tan and you can enjoy laying out in the sun. Okay, let's answer some questions. We have one student who is asking if they can ask specific questions about their program. For this webinar, we'd like you to ask us more questions about living in Texas or Dallas. And so if you do have questions about your program, you can send an email to your academic department, or as you see on the screen, you can email our office at isssoprograms@utdallas.edu, and we can try to answer your question or direct you to the right person. All right, what question do we have next? So someone wants to know if it's necessary to have a car to live in Dallas. What do you guys think?
I don't have a car and I live happily.
We don't have cars, but it's like, just as I mentioned, you can take DART. DART is a very convenient way for you to travel in Texas. So if you want to go to downtown, we have the shuttle bus in UT Dallas called Comet Cruiser. So it will take you to the dark, and you can take dark to the downtown. So it's really convenient and it's totally free.
Yes. So it sounds like a car is not necessary, but you can get one if you want.
Yeah.
So guys, how was your overall experience here at UTD?
Oh yeah, it was amazing. It is amazing to be here with such a big community of students and the students from like overall world we get to see here, and it's lot many things to do as well in the campus. So.
Yeah, it's a really diverse campus, I would say. So if you can make friends from people all over the world. Like I have friends from Iran, I have friends from like local Texas. Yeah. Yeah, obviously I have lots of friends from India, that's true. And then also like friends from Vietnam and Japan and Australia. So this is like really fun. And so someday I will tell you like we will have the multicultural potluck next week. So I invited friends from Brazil, like America and India and China, like to get together and have food. So we will have fun. So if you want to like join UT Dallas, that would be a great choice for you.
Yeah, and we have the best campus, best of professors, the best library, the best staff. Everything is so nice. So your overall experience will be the best.
So it sounds like UT Dallas is a pretty awesome place.
Sure is.
Yes. All right, so a student is asking if there are services to travel from the airport to UT Dallas on the day you arrive. And we do have services. So we have a program called Big Howdy, and that's a welcoming program for international students. We'll have more information posted on our webpage soon, but you'll be able to see travel options from from airport to UT Dallas, plus parties that are welcoming students. Also, you can contact your cultural student organization because they will have information about airport travel. So someone's asking about another webinar we had, our housing webinar. That was the webinar we had last week, and they want to know if it's going to be posted. Unfortunately, we had trouble with the recording on that one, and so we weren't able to record it. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes technical difficulties happen. However, you can access the PowerPoint of that webinar on our webinars website. So as you can see on this page, I've shown you our site, utdallas.edu/ic/webinars. And that way you can at least get the PowerPoint slides. And someone wants to know how your first day at UTD was, guys.
Oh, I came in spring, so it was a snowy day. Big time snow, and temperature was -8 degrees Celsius. Pretty awesome. It was my first snow in life, and I guess I had to walk around a couple of miles that day. Yeah, it was pretty awesome the first time.
Did you enjoy seeing snow for the first time?
Definitely. I took a lot of pictures.
How about you guys?
So I feel like I remember the first day I was here is in the orientation. So everyone in the orientation welcomed us, and they make us like feel very comfortable in UT Dallas, and they also provide us lots of resources and information that we need so that we can like how we can succeed in UT Dallas. So like I really think like I get lots of help in my first day in UT Dallas.
And my first day at UT Dallas was when Indian Student Association people had come to pick me up, and they immediately made me feel very homely and warm. And then we came here, they dropped us at our place. They also provided us the temporary accommodation. So there are people over here who can help you and who can guide you. So don't worry, just come and we are there for you.
What was the weather like when you came, Shipija?
It was very hot. I remember I felt like I was burning.
So that's a good point. So we had one student who arrived in January or December and it was cold and snowing, and another student who arrived in the summer where it was very hot. So Texas weather has a wide range of temperatures, so keep that in mind when you're packing to come to Texas. We have another student who wants to know if there's a group for students staying on campus. So maybe a WhatsApp group or a Facebook group because they're looking for some housing accommodations. And we do have Facebook groups on our webpage, the IFSO webpage. And so you can find one for fall 2017 students or summer 2017 students. And a lot of students will post questions about housing or their experiences. But what about a WhatsApp group, guys? Do you know of one?
No, there's no WhatsApp group as I live on campus. Even I feel that we should have a WhatsApp group for campus students, but it's not. We can work on that.
I was going to say, maybe you can start one.
You can start one.
Yeah. We already answered that question. Are there any buses going to Austin or College Station on weekends? Do you guys know?
Greyhound, go. Greyhound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you can book tickets like 1 month before or 15 days before, and you can get tickets at very cheap rates, and you can go to Austin by Greyhound.
Yes, so Greyhound is a bus company here in the United States, and so you can book tickets for not too much money, and you can go to different cities. And so College Station, where another university is, and then Austin, where the University of Texas is. So there's lots of places that you can go via Greyhound. So, and someone wants to know about a webinar for a visa interview. We did do a visa webinar about getting your UT Dallas I-20 and applying for your U.S. visa. And so you can check that one out on our YouTube page or look at the slides on our webinar page. That's fine. If you have more questions about what will happen in your visa interview, it might be helpful to join our Facebook group and ask other students or current UT Dallas students. You can ask them through your cultural student organization, and I'm sure they can give you information. So someone's asking about applying for on-campus housing opportunities. You can go to the UT Dallas housing website and you can find the link to apply for your housing. So that's the best way to look for housing opportunities on campus.
It's in Hindi.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we have students writing in Hindi. Do you guys want to read the question in English?
She's probably talking to someone else.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So someone asked about the months when they have to pay fees and what is the amount. Well, lucky for you, next week, or I'm sorry, on May 18th, we're going to have a webinar about paying your tuition and fees. So we can give you some information, and we'll be joined by the bursar's office. So you can contact the bursar's office yourself, or you can join our webinar and find out more information. So another student wants to know, how is the security in Texas? And so they're referencing that there was some recent campus shootings, and that is correct. There was a university here in North Texas that experienced that. However, we are very helpful about teaching students about safety and security here on campus. For example, the UTD police chief always joins our student orientation, and he will give you information about how to keep yourself safe and how the university helps to keep students safe. You guys have any suggestions for students about keeping safe at home or on campus?
You don't need anything. Usually police is like totally patrolling all the time, because I live on campus and most of the times, like in every 15-20 minutes, I see a police car marching around my apartment. So it's pretty safe.
And also, you can choose to live in the safe place around campus. So we have lots of safe apartment complex and houses area. So you can live there, and definitely it's like really safe place.
And if you look at the UT Dallas Police's website or the Dallas Police Department website, you can find tips on keeping yourself safe at home. Another student who's joining in the fall wants to know, what is the first thing we recommend to visit? What do you guys suggest?
Downtown.
Downtown.
Yeah, downtown Dallas. Just take the dart. It will take you 1 hour probably to reach to downtown Dallas. Go in the evening, and it's so damn beautiful. It's very beautiful.
Yeah,
It's nice.
especially the Union Town. Yeah.
Yeah, and the festival we just mentioned, the State Fair Festival, is also a good place, good festival to go to.
Yeah, and the state fair happens in the fall in late September, so you're coming at a great time. You can go to the state fair and you can see some real Texas culture. We have a student who's asking a question about fraternity houses. We do not have any fraternity houses here at UT Dallas. And so for those of you who don't know what fraternities are, they're organizations here on campus, and they're also national organizations that students can join where you can do various service opportunities, and it's a brotherhood or a sisterhood where you get very close with the students that you're in the organization with. And so it's something that students really enjoy joining. And many campuses do have houses specifically for those organizations, but UT Dallas does not. So how is the on-campus housing?
Pretty good.
Pretty great?
It's value for money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just use one sentence. It's value for money.
Value for money. That's a good way to say it. Someone wants to know about the cost for campus housing. That would be best to look at the university housing website, because we're not housing officers, and so they'll have the best information, and you can apply for your housing there. So what are some items you guys brought to Texas from India or from China, and what is better to purchase here?
Bring all your light clothes from India and heavy clothing over here. The rest, everything's fine.
Yeah, you can also bring some like family photos and home country clothes so that you can present your culture to all our students, and you can and the family photo can remind you of the family if you're homesick.
And don't forget to get formal clothes from India or from your home country, because it's kind of
That's pretty close.
expensive here. And once you come, you need formal clothes every now and then. So yeah, do get that.
Yes, that's a good idea for job interviews or for nice parties. And so like we mentioned before, the weather can be very cold or very hot in Texas. So it's good to bring a wide range of clothes, like we mentioned. So does the dart reach Walmart or IKEA and department stores?
Yeah, Walmart. We go to Walmart and buy our dart buses, U883, on every Friday and Sundays. For IKEA and other stores, you need dart services, but for Walmart specifically, UT bus goes.
And also now on Sunday, one bus goes to Patel Brothers, which is Indian grocery. So you don't have to worry about buying Indian groceries also.
That's a good tip. So yes, our Comet Cruiser 883 can take you to so many stores, and so you can find their map on our website, on the transportation website, and they'll show you all the areas around UTD that it travels. Someone else is asking about off-campus housing facilities. Well, you can check out our PowerPoint on our webinars webpage, and it has some suggestions on how to search for housing. And just as a reminder, we will have both our slides and the recording posted on our YouTube page. So if you missed the webinar, you're more than welcome to check that out. So another student is asking about on-campus jobs and maybe how long it could take to get one. Have you guys had on-campus jobs?
No, I'm not the right guy to ask.
So on campus, there are a lot of on-campus jobs in campus. So it varies from people that like how long you can get one. Probably you can get one like within 2 months when you attend UT Dallas, or some students like take half of a year. So it always depends.
And there are a lot of jobs in your department, like there are jobs at JSOM, or there are jobs at the ISSO, and there are also jobs at dining. So there are diverse types of jobs that you can apply, and it really depends, but you can get one soon.
Mm-hmm. So if you want, you can also apply as a teaching assistant. So that's like usually it takes you a semester. So if you have a GPA above a certain 3.6, right? If your GPA is above 3.6, or you can apply for a teaching assistant.
Yeah. So it does take a little while to get an on-campus job. You can't register for the system until you register for classes, but keep on looking and you might be able to find one. So what kind of medical assistance can the health center provide, and is it free? What are those? Well, our student health center is free for all students, and so that's a really nice thing. You can go and visit the doctor. They offer things like immunizations, so the tuberculosis test or maybe a flu shot, and they also offer other types of doctor's visits like x-ray services or pharmacy services, so it's really helpful. Some things you do have to pay for, so maybe if you're getting a shot or they're doing a blood test, it is cheaper than using an off-campus facility, so that's the good thing, and it's available on campus, so it's really convenient. So do you guys have any suggestions about the health center? You haven't had to visit, so that's good.
You can also like get free body check per semester if you, during your insurance covered period.
Yeah, and so we have another student asking about the health insurance. So every international student is required to have health insurance, and so that health insurance will be automatically placed, or you'll automatically be registered once you register for classes, which is really helpful. You can choose a different health insurance provider. You just have to get it approved through the Student Health Center, and you can find instructions for that on the health center's website. But the health insurance is very good. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
Yes. So health insurance is helpful because if you do get sick or injured, you're not going to have to pay the entire cost, and that's a good thing because medical services can be expensive in the United States. So what are some cool shopping places around UT Dallas, guys? I don't go shopping around here, so they're the experts.
Which was your favorite place to shop, Ryan?
I think 99 Ranch.
99 Ranch? I haven't heard of that.
It's a Chinese grocery store. It's okay for shopping. You can shop lots of Chinese food there. Just kidding. So we have lots of like shopping malls over here. I remember one is called Collin Creek and North
Park?
Yeah, North Park. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like very big shopping mall.
Yeah, and the 883 Comet Cruiser bus does go to Collin Creek Mall. So for those of you who like to shop, you can definitely access and get clothes and other things.
And the Collin Creek Mall is on the east side, whereas if you live on the west side, they have a line of shops like Target, Ross. You can also go to these places and shop. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So someone wants to know about major holidays at UT Dallas or in Texas, here in the U.S. Well,
Christmas.
I can give some advice, but why don't I let the students say what they think has been the coolest holidays here?
Spring break.
Spring break, definitely. Every
Spring
weekend
break.
Fall break. Fall break.
Fall break, spring break.
Yeah.
These are the fall breaks first.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some national holidays. Shikija mentioned Christmas, and so that's a big time for celebration. You're not in school at that time, so you can go and visit friends, or you can just hang out and relax and do things. You can buy presents for your friends, which is a tradition. Coming up, we have the 4th of July, which is the United States' Independence Day. That's actually my favorite holiday. And so that's on July 4, and there's always fireworks shows and picnics. You can have lots of fun on July 4 because it's in the middle of the summer, so it's relaxing and it's fun. I think one of my favorite other holidays is Halloween, which is October 31. Yes. And so here in the U.S., people dress up in costumes for Halloween, so you can, pretend you're a character from TV or a comic book or anything you want. And children, they go from house to house and they collect candy while wearing their costumes. That's called trick-or-treating. I don't know if they have that in your home countries. No? But a lot of times adults will have Halloween parties, and so people dress up in costume, and you have some good food that might be themed and look like witches or ghosts or other things from the holiday. And another good holiday is Thanksgiving. And so Thanksgiving is a celebration of the origins of the United States. And so we eat a really big meal on Thanksgiving. You will stuff yourself and not be able to move. And so everybody watches football and eats turkey and mashed potatoes and green beans. Those are some of the traditional foods. And then the next day is my actual favorite time of Thanksgiving, and we call it Black Friday. Black Friday is a really cool day to go shopping. The malls will be very busy and the electronic stores, but everything is on sale. And so that's the official start of the holiday season here in the U.S. Everything goes on sale on Black Friday, and so it's really cool to go to the mall and you'll see everybody shopping and getting clothes and discounts. Most electronics go on sale for very cheap, so Black Friday is really cool. I'm looking for our next question. We have a lot of repeat questions. Do students use bicycles around the campus?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. And so I know that you can put your bicycle on the 883 bus, so maybe you want to come from your apartment with your bicycle. That's great. We also have bicycles for rent on campus. So you can rent bicycles just by the hour or by the day, and you can ride to different areas around UT Dallas, and then you can just return your bike back to campus. So if you don't have a bicycle, you can always rent one.
And you will get more information on the renting when you come here. We have stalls during the welcome week, and then you'll get to know more about it.
Mm-hmm. We have another student who wants to know about research at UT Dallas and any highlights that our students know. Are you guys researchers or know about the research? You know anything? No. But that's okay. So you can contact the academic department, and you can also post your question in our Facebook groups. I'm sure there are tons of students who will be able to answer your question who are currently research assistants or they're doing research for their classes. So students asking, when can they start applying for on-campus jobs? And like I mentioned before, you can register for Comet Careers, which is the on-campus job portal, once you register for classes. So as soon as you're registered for classes, then you can start applying for jobs. So we have more questions about health insurance. My recommendation is to view the Student Health Insurance webpage for UT Dallas, and you can find that on the Health Center's website. It has a lot of good information about what is covered, how much the price is, and all sorts of things. So what about Wi-Fi on campus?
Pretty fast. It never streams, so I love it.
Yes, it's the best.
So you guys don't have problems with it?
No.
Yeah.
We have two kinds of Wi-Fi, like UTD and Comet Net. So if you are a guest and you are not enrolled in classes, you can use the UTD. It's pretty fast, and Comet Net is also very good when after you have registered for classes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when you first arrive to campus, you can always join the guest Wi-Fi, and then once you register for classes, you can log in and use Comet Net, and so you can do that on your phone, and your laptop, and tablet. So it's very nice that you'll be able to use the Wi-Fi all around campus. Someone wants to know if skates are allowed on campus. What do you guys know?
I've seen a bunch of guys skating. So
Yeah. I see a lot of students skating. They also skateboard. So skateboards are very popular right now. And so there's many different ways that you can travel around campus. So if you have a quick break between classes, you can go quickly from one place to another or go get some food. That's my favorite. And so another student wants to know about temporary housing. And again, for housing questions, check out the housing website, or you can email them because they'll be able to give you information about whether or not students can arrive early for their on-campus housing living situation. And if you look at the International Center's website, we do have a list of on-campus and temporary housing locations, so some long-stay hotels or other things that you can investigate if you need to. So a student asked me about the footpaths on campus. So is it easy to walk around campus?
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah, so there's lots of sidewalks here on campus, and yes, you can use your skates on the footpaths. Obviously, be careful about people walking so you're not running anyone over. But yes, students can use skates and bicycles all throughout the campus.
I usually prefer walking, and the campus is so beautiful that you always enjoy your walk from around the campus. So yeah, you can also choose to walk.
And we also have the Comet cabs, which can connect you from one place to another place within the campus. So it's also very convenient. If you don't want to walk, you can always take the Comet cab. It's very fast and very frequent.
Absolutely. We have another student asking about class registration. So just as a quick note, you will be able to register for classes once all your holds are removed. And you'll find information about that during orientation and your pre-arrival webinars, and I'm sorry, modules. We're doing a webinar. I can't talk today. It happens. Anyways, so yeah, you'll be able to register for your classes once you remove all the holds on your account, and you can speak with your academic advisor who can give you the suggestions and advice about how to register for classes and what classes you're expected to take for your major. Are there animal parks nearby? Have you guys visited any animal parks?
There's a zoo nearby.
It's pretty amazing.
Yes, the Dallas Zoo is really awesome.
There's a Dallas World Aquarium.
And the Dallas World Aquarium, absolutely. Those are both in the downtown Dallas area. And so you can take the DART to both of those, so you can access them for free. And like Hayun and Shitaja mentioned earlier, we have discounted tickets on campus at the Comet Center. So you can go buy a cheaper ticket to go to the zoo or to the aquarium. My favorite part about the aquarium is the shark tunnel. It's really cool. You walk through a tunnel of water and you don't get wet, don't worry, but there's sharks that swim around you. It's so cool. And there's also the Fort Worth Zoo. So Fort Worth is about 45 minutes away from Dallas, but you can access it by using the trains and transferring to different stations. And so the Fort Worth Zoo is also really cool. For how many days is the longest holiday?
Spring break, 7 days.
Yeah, so spring break is 7 days. Spring break is 7 days, and in between spring and summer classes, you get maybe 3 weeks approximately, about a month. And so if you're choosing to take summer classes, then you get a couple weeks off. And same with the winter break. So winter break usually is about 2 weeks. So that's really nice because you can do some traveling. A lot of students like to go to other places in the United States. I hear California is a popular place for students to travel, and New York. And so if you're interested in traveling during the winter break, you do have time to do that, which is nice. So someone wants to know about Welcome Week. So I talked a little bit about Welcome Week in our Campus Life presentation. You can view that information on our website. You can see our website posted on the screen right now. And Welcome Week always happens the first 2 weeks of class. So, and it's always in the fall semester. So if you look to see when classes start, which is late August, you'll be able to see when Welcome Week will be. And pretty soon, they will update the Welcome Week webpage, so you'll be able to see all the events that happen during Welcome Week. It's a fantastic week that welcomes students to campus. You can do different activities. Did you guys go to Welcome Week activities?
No,
Yeah.
Going down with so they can sell better.
Yeah.
And I got a dozen of t-shirts during the welcome week.
So it sounds like you can expand your wardrobe while you're here on campus, get lots of t-shirts. You can meet different student organizations and campus offices to learn what services they provide. And there's tons of free food, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Food and free giveaway. And also, I remember they will decorate the campus with lots of lights, so the campus will become much more beautiful.
Yes. All right, I'm going to take 2 more questions, and then we will move on. So one student is asking, what are the best months for tours and outings, maybe travel? What do you guys recommend?
I think December would be.
Every month is good.
Every month is
If
good,
you're going
yeah.
in summer, you can go to a colder place. If you're going in winter, you can go to a hotter place. So it depends on where you want to travel.
Yeah, so Texas has really nice weather most of the time. It's very warm and sunny, so we often get really good weather for travel. So especially in the spring and fall, those are wonderful times to travel. Like I mentioned, in the summer it can get very hot, but you can still travel and go around to different places if you choose. So it's a great place for traveling.
And you can always, in winter, you can have house parties where you can ask your friends to come over and have in-house parties, and then you can go somewhere to party.
Yes, Texas is a fun place. So someone wants to know about food options on campus. What do you guys think?
So,
Great. Like I go to the dining hall every day. They have awesome food. They have a large variety of food. You get vegetarian options, non-vegetarian options in plenty. So the breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they all are different. Nothing repeats for a week, I guess. Yeah, pretty much.
We have some fooding options in student union as well. So there are veg and non-veg as well as you get ice creams.
Ice cream is my favorite too. Yeah, so he pointed out that in the student union there's a food court. And so there's like 6 or 7 places for you to eat with a different variety and different types of food. He mentioned vegetarian food. There's plenty of that. Yeah, Subway has vegetarian, so does the Mexican place.
And my favorite is the $5 lunch on Fridays, which is at the dining hall on campus. So it's $5 you get different types of food in a buffet style, which is very cheap and very nice.
Yeah, so our Residence Hall West Dining Hall, and that's where on-campus students eat a lot. It's all you can eat, or all you care to eat. You don't have to completely fill up, but they have that variety of food, which is really cool. And so I like to go because they have an ice cream dispenser, and it's delicious. They also have coffee machines. And if you don't have a meal plan, you can still purchase a meal there, but for Friday, it's always just $5, which is really inexpensive. I would say my personal favorite places on campus for food is not actually food, but it's coffee. So we have a couple different coffee shops on campus where you can get Starbucks drinks and mochas and frappuccinos, because these guys probably know that I love coffee. It is so delicious.
As well, if you want to have just munch something, then you have vending machines, cokes, and
Yeah, that's a good point. So if you need something just to snack in between your classes, there's vending machines. You can use cash to purchase. And there's also small food shops where you can buy chips and granola bars and juice and water, things like that, so you don't have to go to an actual restaurant or food venue.